After Cell pulls up and ruins Piccolo vs 17, one of the best matchups in Dragon Ball, still never forgave him for that, by the way. He's just wreaking havoc on the battlefield. He blows out Piccolo's spleen and starts throwing hands with 17. And 16 is just watching, trying to get some data on Cell before he comes in to help. Not gonna lie though, he is taking his sweet time here. Bro's just got a bucket of popcorn watching 17 getting absolutely destroyed. Nah, all jokes aside, I think he just wanted to see how Cell was gonna go about absorbing the androids, and he's seen enough. I love this here. Excuse me, sir. These two are getting ready to face off, and like usual, we're going to break this fight down and score it with the 10-point must system. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds. At the end of each round, the winner gets 10 points, and the loser gets 9 points or less depending on how badly they lost. If it goes all 3, the scores get tallied, and the fighter with more points wins. But the fight can end in any round via stoppage. Okay, let's get right into it. Sound the bell, round 1, let's go. 16 takes initiative in the opening of the fight by coming in hot. Cell slips the left on the inside, blocks the right. 16 doubles up on that right, but slip, block. Cell is having no issues here. Blocks the kick, whoop, slides away from the round kick, and look at the clean aerial maneuver to dodge the follow-up hook kick. 100% those are Frieza's Cells. 16 follows up with another kick, but Cell stuffs it before he can get the full extension. The sequence is going to play 2 more times, and after blocking another body kick, Cell disengages, and 16 follows him, loads up, and telegraphs his huge right hand, but a pull counter from Cell here as he comes in with the spear hand. The droid is ready though, beautifully rolls the shot off his shoulder, and again telegraphs the right hand, but it was just a feint. He actually comes in with a stiff jab that Cell slips on the inside, which he's been doing, but now he could be in trouble here because he's circling towards that right hand. Sure enough, 16 throws it, but whoop! Once again showing the clean aerial mobility. Tries to counter again with the spear hands, but slip. Cell sees that right hand coming, so he's gonna swoop around the left side to dodge it. Man, instead of committing, 16 should have faked the right here and then met him with that left hook on the way in. That would have been a clean connection. Hey, but easier said than done. Cell is being slippery here. They both are actually. Very defensively responsible, so neither guy is able to land yet. Cell's being pressured here, and I like this. He's blocking these shots, but he's not going to throw his own back until he's able to cut the outside angle. But 16 is still dialed in defensively. Now he's back with the pressure. Still, 0 shots landed before the 2 disengage. They are laser focused right now. Guys, remember, before the match started, 16 said his scanners indicated that they were basically even in power. They're both absolute units too. Probably no reach advantage for either guy here. A couple of deciding factors for this fight are going to be number 1, their unique abilities, and number 2, their knowledge and or lack of knowledge of the other's abilities. You'll see what I'm talking about pretty soon here. Cell powers up and the 2 charge in clashing. 16 wants to throw here, but Cell disengages, and the momentum carrying the droid forward makes him get clipped by this massive right hand. Same shot that put Piccolo in the dirt. And since you guys love the callbacks, remember this is the same kind of tactic Frieza instinctively used to win the deadlocks against Goku. 16 is staggering, he's hurt from that shot. Cell follows up by piercing the neck with his tail. He thinks it's game over, that he's gonna absorb him here, but remember, he has no clue that this is a fully robotic android and not a cyborg like 17 and 18. See, if he had some foreknowledge, he could have just followed up with a different strike, but instead 16 recovered and has a hold of him now, so he's gonna ragdoll him and slam him here. Cell dashes out of the debris, but 16 is right on his tail. He says he's about to dip, then turns around and lands a huge body shot that his opponent wasn't prepared for. Frieza tactics, I'm telling you. But he immediately gets hit back with a harder body shot that sends him flying to the ground. 16 tries to follow up with a right hand, but whoop, wraps the tail around his neck, and instead of going for those Vegeta back shots, he swoops around him to charge a point blank ki blast to his face. But look at the beautiful counter with the eye lasers. Bro, Dr. Gero was on one. All of his mechanical models fired these off quick and just crispy. 16 frees himself and lands a side kick to the body. Again, Cell hits the dirt. He's probably used to the taste by now. 16 steps on his tail and look at the strength. He's gonna tear it off while Cell is screaming in agony. And here's where that lack of foreknowledge I mentioned earlier is gonna go against 16 this time. He takes his foot off the gas because he thinks he dealt a lethal blow and took away Cell's method of absorbing the androids, but he doesn't know about Cell's regeneration. He regrows his tail and he's feeling himself as round 1 comes to a close. Very competitive round, but I'm gonna score it a 10-9 for Android 16. Let's take a look at the stats here. It's pretty straightforward. He landed one more strike than Cell, tore off his tail, which I didn't know how to put in the stats, so I just put it as an extra, and he also landed an energy blast. Look at the strike attempts here, almost double. Classic Android move, milking that infinite energy. At least I think he's an infinite energy model. I mean, he should be, since he doesn't absorb energy like 19 and 20. Anyways, he's got the early lead, but Cell is still ready to turn it up. Let's take a look at round 2. The round starts off with Cell powering up and 16 coming in hot. Cell meets him halfway and the Android chambers the leg for the side kick. Easy dodge, and he immediately counters with a powered up head kick that lands flush. The second 16 recomposes, he gets caught with a massive right hand. Biggest shot of the fight so far. That dropped him hard. Look at the wind blowing on his carcass. Cell rushes in to finish the job, but look at 16 playing possum. He hit him with the patented Android fake out, and watch this, 16 launches his arm out, catching Cell and all of us off guard. It landed beautifully. This move is called the rocket punch, but bro is well over 7 feet tall, so honestly he's playing with the wrong rockets. Nah, but seriously, this is such a nice homage to the OG Dragon Ball. You guys remember when Major Metallitron hit Goku with this move? And apparently 16 is supposed to be modeled after Dr. Giro's son, who died as a soldier in the Red Ribbon Army. And here Giro is giving him that OG Red Ribbon Army move. Bro was an artist.
This is art, Mr. White.
16 reattaches his arm and clocks Cell with his stiff left hand. It looked like a headshot, but when you freeze the frame, he actually hits the spine. Now he's just gonna manhandle him here, throws him into the ground, detaches both of his arms this time, and hits Cell with one of the coldest moves in the show, Hell's Flash. I don't know how this didn't blow up the planet. Maybe he angled it away from the core, maybe he kept it contained, but anyways, this was lethal. And we know it landed too, because we get Goku's commentary from Kami's Lookout saying that Cell's energy just plummeted. 17 and 18 are on cloud 9 right now. They think it's game over, but 16 is yelling at them that the attack wasn't enough to finish Cell and that they should book it. And this is just frustrating. They're really gonna argue with him about this? Like, nah, don't worry bro, you got him. I'm telling you right now I didn't. How are you arguing with me on this? You were just getting your back blown out by Cell. The hell do you know? And he's back to finish the job. Cell survived the blast, who would have thought? And used the commotion as an opportunity to absorb Android 17. 16 tries to come in to stop him, but it's just too late. While Cell is transforming, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one in the second. Android 16 wins the fight in the second round via disqualification. The second Cell went after 17 to absorb him, he lost the 1v1 in my eyes because he transformed into something else. And I have nothing against transformations per se. Like if you guys remember, I didn't DQ Vegeta for transforming against Goku in their fight, and I didn't DQ Frieza for transforming against Piccolo. But that was different. Those transformations were innate in them, they were abilities. Cell here had to go outside of the fight and basically acquire a new power. Big difference there. But I bet you I'm still gonna get comments about it. It is what it is, bro. But hey, for those of you who want to see it, let's cover the rematch. Alright, sound the bell, round 1, let's go. 16 comes in with the big right hand that lands clean, but Cell wins in the first round via TKO. Nah, but let's look at the stats for round 2 of the actual fight that we just covered. Before the DQ, 16 was up again by 1 strike and 1 ki blast. Huge ki blast though. And here are the stats for the fight as a whole. Guys, let me know in the comments, if absorbing the androids wasn't an option and the 1v1 continued, who do you think would have won, 16 or Cell? And really think about this one for a minute. We know 16 was up, but a lot of the shots he landed were due to the element of surprise. I don't think Cell gets caught off guard like that anymore in the fight, unless 16 has some more tricks we don't know about. It's a tricky one because they're pretty much even in power, but Cell has those insane durability genetics from Frieza, the Saiyan genetics of growing stronger during a heated battle, and the Piccolo regeneration on steroids too. That cocktail is lethal. If Cell lands something devastating like 16 did, ain't no coming back from that. You're going straight to the scrap heap. But bro, infinite energy though. I don't know. I'm gonna say 16 just because Goku said Cell's energy plummeted after he hit him with the Hell's Flash. I'm locking it in. Anyways guys, happy New Year's. I'm gonna really try and get a lot more uploads in for you all in 2025. We got big plans for the channel. I will see you soon, and I'm out of here.